What's up, everybody? We are back for another new SMG4 review, and this is not a theory, but this is a review. SMG4 relation review. So we see what Silver YT has to say for us, and see what he thinks about the relation movie. For me, it was good. I'm about to give it a 10 out of 10 before. I think you already saw my talk about it already. Probably some of you did. So that's why I got my thoughts up on the same as Maggie's Destiny and the 10th anniversary one. And now you guys are about to see the Revelation reveal. Well, actually, you already saw it, but Civil White Tees has it for us. So are you ready? Let's get it.
The SMG4 Revelations movie is now completed, and so I decided to give my review of not just the movie, but the entire arc as well. Welcome to my review of the SMG4 Revelations arc and movie. Make sure to like and subscribe. Enjoy the video. Alright, so first of all, this arc felt less of an arc, but more of a build-up to the movie where the actual conclusion of the cosmology lore was meant to take place. So, in reality, I would hardly consider it much of an arc, but rather more setting the groundwork for what the movie would hold. This arc is separated into two different segments. The college part of the arc, where the SMG4 cast goes to college to pursue their desires, with the main focus on Maggie and Melanie, and then there's the second part of the arc that focuses on the cosmology portion and ending the cosmology lore of the show. Yeah. In my honest opinion, I really liked both parts of the arc equally. The slice of life side of the arc really showcases development for Maggie and Melanie that the show has been working up towards throughout 2021. I really do like how the show decided to blend what Maggie's going through and what Melanie's going through at the same time. It allows for consistent character development for both of them and allows the show to progress much faster than it would be rather than just the two of them going off and doing separate things to pursue character growth and development. I said this once and I'll say it again. I love slice of life arcs like this. Arcs where there isn't an overarching villain per se, and it's just characters encountering everyday problems they have to overcome in order to pursue their destiny in order to receive their character development is an amazing way of telling a story. It reminds me a lot of the Rapper Bob arc in a way, and I like the arc because it was a slice of life arc. The Rapper Bob arc focuses on character development throughout the cast without much of an overarching villain rather than just Bob's desire for fortune and fame, and I think the college arc captures that same feeling perfectly. The only problem with this is that, man, I wish there were more episodes that revolve around these slice of life episodes. They don't have to necessarily be arc related and progress the plot, but rather just showcasing problems that the cast would have to go through with college life. Maybe have an episode where Maggie has to sports train a person who isn't willing to train, or maybe have her deal with friends messing up her college classes. Again, there are episodes that do take place in the college that aren't part of the arc, but the episodes that don't progress the arc towards the cosmology section of the arc are still very few, and I just wish there were more. There were a lot of episodes ideas that could have been done in the college episodes of the arc that I just wish were done. Maybe have an episode where SMG4 and 3 just train meme powers, where they have to overcome a bunch of obstacles and go through character development at the same time. Or maybe showcase Luigi's training with his meditation, and have him have a problem that causes him to go through development. I just wish there were more college-themed episodes, man.
Yeah.
Alright, so now it's time for the cosmology portion of the arc.
What about Maggie? Does she ever get got to like that?
To push Maggie and Melanie through their character development and finish off the cosmology lore that was unfinished in the Genesis arc. Don't get me wrong though, the cosmology section of the arc is just as good as the slice of life section of the arc. I love them both equally, and I love how storytelling allows both of them to be told at the same time. The only critique I really have about this is that it got dark way too quickly. The build up to becoming dark felt extremely rushed.
That's because I was trying to get to the arc.
But it feels like one minute everyone is all nice and happy, and then the next minute it's the end of the universe itself. The Genesis arc built up this hype a lot more slowly and a lot more efficiently. In the first part of the arc, we knew Zero was lurking in the background as we were learning about the backstories of SMG1 and 2, and so we knew something was building up, and when that something finally built up, it felt more terrifying and satisfying because it was built up slowly. However, in the Revelations arc, there wasn't much of that same build-up feeling. I mean, we knew about the box club and the God box, but outside of theories and speculation, there wasn't any sense of danger built up to it in the show itself until the third to last episode of the arc, where we learned of that danger. And then the next episode after learning about that danger, everything got super dark, based on the danger we just learned about from the previous episode. As in contrast with the Genesis arc, where we knew of the lurking danger many episodes before the danger finally showed up. Again, these are very minor criticisms, and I know know what the arc's main purpose was, and that was to build up the plot of the movie, so I can understand why they didn't stretch it out more than they have to, and I understand why they didn't slowly introduce the hype regarding the God Box, but I feel like if they introduced the God Box mysteries the same way they slowly introduced Niles' mysteries, it would have been a lot better paced story, instead of just introducing it in one line of a song and then having an entire episode based about it. But again, just a small critique. Every episode in the arc itself was fine. I don't personally see anything wrong with how the episodes were written. The reveal of Niles being Zero was extremely hype and a great reveal. The mysteries of the God Box being revealed was also extremely hype and well done. The arc did a lot of things well, but at the same time, it just feels like there should be more episodes regarding it. Alright, so in terms of the movie itself, I loved it. Honestly, I think the movie was perfect for wrapping up everything that the Genesis arc didn't wrap up in its initial conclusion. The movie felt more like Maggie's Destiny, where it wrapped up a story that was incomplete and wrapped up character development that the Genesis arc and the episodes after put Melanie through. It was a satisfying conclusion to the cosmology lore, and I think it was written perfectly in my opinion. Finally getting Zero's backstory after all the hype around it was honestly an amazing and satisfactory feeling. And then leaving room after the movie for the next chapter on SMG4 was also a pretty amazing feeling. My only minor critique of it is that I wish we saw the God Box at some point during the Genesis arc. Maybe like as an Easter egg or something in the background or something like that. But other than that, I think this movie was great. And not only wrapped up what the Genesis arc put towards us, but the movie allows the Genesis arc to be watched from a different perspective. If you haven't, I recommend watching the Genesis arc again. Before, when we watched it, we always viewed Zero as some kind of evil villain that needs to be destroyed. A virus who is set for destruction and nothing more. But after getting his
we already watched
the suffering that Niles and SMG4 went through, and seeing them both finally accept their fate at the end of the movie, it really gives a different perspective of Zero. Now, when you look back at the Genesis arc, instead of viewing Zero as some kind of awful monster that puts a lot of people through a lot of problems, now you can sympathize with him a bit, and always think to yourself, yeah, there's an actual person suffering inside here, and the only reason they're acting out the way they do is because of what they've been through. Zero has been through a traumatic experience, and while everyone is fighting a war on the outside, Zero is suffering through his own war on the inside. I know rewatching the Genesis arc may not be your personal cup of tea, because I think it's the same arc as it was before, but now it just feels completely different than it did when it was first coming out. Also, just a little side note, I feel like Zero being two separate beings, where one was being used for power and one was in control, was definitely inspired by Undertale. Obviously, I'm not going to spoil it for those that haven't played the game, but Undertale fans definitely know what I'm talking about here. Seeing Melanie have one final interaction with Axel after not seeing him since him being unalived in the Genesis arc was truly heartbreaking. In all honesty, I cried here. The emotions that the writers were trying to convey here was extremely well done, and I think the writers reached that goal of wanting the watchers to feel strong emotion, and seeing SMG4 and Niles walk through a portal to the afterlife, and the physical Zero close his eyes and fall slowly down in the God Box like he's about to go to sleep for the last time, was truly emotional as well. In this scene as well, I think the writers achieved the strong emotion they were going for perfectly. And nextly, I want to talk a little bit about the animation for the movie. This movie by far was probably my favorite piece of animated work that I've seen from SMG4. You can tell that the animators did not just do an excellent job on the movie, but it shows that every single one of the animators care for the series and care about the life that resides in this world. The fight sequences with Zero and Melanie look terrific, the environments in the background look terrific, the facial expressions look terrific. They were able to capture a feel of how SMG4 is supposed to be animated, but also capture a feel of strong emotion as well. And with that strong emotion, I'm excited for what the next chapter of SMG4 brings us. Thank you for watching, and check out my meme energy explained
That's right. Alright, so, yeah. I will agree for everything of this, especially after since Zero is gone now, and Niles is gone, and Axel's still gone, yeah. Still miss him, and Spugman and Desi's still gone. But whenever what's going to happen later on in the year, or next year, or another 2 years, or 3, 4, whatever how long it will be, we'll see how it goes for the next chapter. But I will have to agree, if it goes a little bit like this, if it goes like 2 up, or it goes 2 a little bit cliffhanger downs, we see if whatever happens in the next arc, or the next 2 arcs, or 3, whatever you all want to talk about that, should be a good one. I just hope there will be no more dead characters. I don't want no death more characters. Desi's already gone, Axel's already gone, Greg's gone, and Spelling, yeah, we didn't know much about spelling that much. And for Silver Knights and a nice version of SMG Solo out there too, I guess. From the Afterlife. Well, since the world is back to normal and Mary finally graduated college, and I don't know what's Mary gonna be doing now, but what about Maggie? Is she ever gonna get graduated to college? I don't know. But anyway, guys, tell us what is your thoughts about this review from Zero IT. If you have any other questions, leave your comments down below. If you are enjoying my reaction to this, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, and share. And we're gonna pray for Melody again, see what happens next. Hopefully, it will be something like the funny moments and the head expressions, the bodies and top of like that. Especially the other meme faces too. Especially the eyes photos will be there too. Anyway, guys, tell me your thoughts down below, and you all have a good rest of your day. And it might be a video coming later, who knows? Oh, tonight.